The topic of a firewall always comes up when you're talking about IT security, and firewalls are very important to have in your network without a doubt. Most of the cable modems or DSL modems or anything you find in the home generally include a firewall these days. Unfortunately, it's sometimes turned off, and you definitely want to be sure your firewall is turned on, and most of the time it takes an IT professional to help you determine what's on and what's off. The good news is almost always something called network address translation, or NAT, is turned on. And I'm going to keep from getting too technical, but it basically hides your internal devices from the outside world to a large degree, hides their addresses anyway. And understand that firewalls in some ways are a lot like Swiss cheese in that they have to be able to allow some information back and forth. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to access the internet or get your email. The hard part for a firewall is determining what information is safe and what information is not safe. So be aware that anybody who brings a USB device or another computer or a DVD into your house and puts it into a computer, your firewall has no chance at all to catch that problem because the user basically carried it right past your firewall and brought it into your house and plugged it in or inserted it into your computer. So be very, very cautious about putting all of your eggs in one basket, expecting the firewall to protect you from everything. It just can't do that by nature. But that said, firewalls are very important. Couldn't imagine being on the internet without one. And having a qualified IT security professional help you set one up is a very good idea. Now, if you have a small business, or if you're somebody who does a lot of stock trading or have other information stored on your computer that might be extra tantalizing to a criminal, you may decide to augment the little simple firewall that comes in your regular device with an additional firewall you can purchase, which is much more robust. These devices have extra tools in them that are pretty complicated, but well worth having an IT professional set up and configure for you because they just allow the firewall to be a lot better at doing its job, investigating the actual traffic that's coming in and out at a much deeper level than an ordinary firewall would. People are always asking what brand of firewall should I get. My stock answer is, even though I have my favorites, my stock answer is I prefer you go with whatever your qualified IT professional is most comfortable and most familiar with. That way, if you try to get some work done one morning and your firewall is telling you have error number 635122, then you'll be able to ask your IT professional and he'll immediately know what to do. He'll say, "Oh, I know how to fix that." If you just go out and buy whatever firewall you think is best, your IT professional may have to spend a few hours figuring out how to resolve a problem someday. So go with what your IT professional feels like is best. And the other thing that's important to think about is in addition to having the firewall where the internet comes into your home, it's a great idea to have a software firewall running a program on every single one of your computers. And you might choose to use the one that comes with your operating system, or possibly even better, you may want to have a software firewall as part of your antivirus and anti-spyware suite. And many of them do offer that functionality. So go out, use firewalls to help keep you safe, and enjoy your experience on the internet.